Well, good morning, everyone. It's really nice to see you all this morning, to welcome you to practice. Who are the first-time yogis in the room? Yeah. First time at this time today, so it's the first time. It's got to be the first time. Remember that the body that you're about to take into practice, despite what your eyes will tell you, this is not a body that you've practiced with before. It looks the same, but that's as far as it goes. Don't be misguided by that. Don't think that because it looks the same, it's going to behave the same as it did before, because I can almost guarantee you it won't. Your body will behave as it feels it needs to this morning, and as long as I think that that's safe and it's not going to damage you in any way, then I'll let you get on with it. But listen to your body. Please listen to your body at all times. And if you feel that your body is asking you to stop doing something, then stop doing it. And that sounds all very well, and I'm sure you're all kind of sitting there and in your head you're saying, yep, I can do that, that's no problem. It's a different thing when you maybe be the only person in the room who wants to stop doing something and everyone else is continuing, and it gets difficult then, because you just start thinking, well, if they're doing it, I'll just do it too. There's no way to deal with it. Don't hold your body to ransom. Give it a chance, give it an opportunity to do something. And if you give it a good opportunity, the chances are your body will respond in kind. Let's see where we get to in our time together this morning. Now, we're all sitting anyway, so why don't we just make ourselves comfortable where we are for a few moments. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean sit with your legs crossed. If you'd rather sit with your legs in front or sit on your legs, find a position that you're happy to sit in for a few moments, please. I'd like you to sit in a position where you feel that your shoulders are just above your hips, and you're not kind of that way, but you're not that way. Feel that you're sitting kind of reasonably upright. Shoulders. How are shoulders looking this morning? Shoulders are a dead giveaway, you know. If you look at someone's shoulders, they will give you a good indication as to how that person is feeling at any given time. Because the more tense we tend to get, the closer our shoulders get to our ears, we can kind of, that kind of thing happening. But I have to say, they're all looking quite relaxed this morning. Must be the day, it's a lovely day out there. So, let's keep the shoulders relaxed. Let your eyes close for a few moments, please. I'd like to take just a moment or two before we get involved with any kind of deeper movement. I'd like us to get involved with the movement that is already in our bodies. And that is, of course, the movement of the breath in your body. Now, it's one of those strange things that I've noticed over the years that I've been sitting in front of groups of people and leading practice with them. As soon as you mention the word breath, strange things begin to happen. Half the room stop breathing, and the other half start doing strange things with their breath. Please don't do either. Just notice it. What do I mean, notice it? I mean, be aware of your body breathing. It's something we pay precious little attention to, and yet is so absolutely vital to our existence. Take a few moments to be aware of the breath in your body, and notice that as you breathe, your body moves. What's moving? Your abdomen, your waist, your whole rib cage, not just the front. The sides move, the back moves. Your shoulder blades, your armpits, the top of your chest, even possibly your collarbones. Moving in time with your body breathing. There is one other thing I'd like you to notice, and that is the body that is breathing. And again, when we begin to think about the body, our bodies, the one we call our own, this can become quite an interesting exercise. Very often, what we in fact do is sit in judgment on our bodies. And we sit there within our bodies deciding this is good and this is bad. I'd rather you didn't do that this morning. When you think about your body, just notice things about it. Like you noticed your breath, notice your body. Be aware of it. Be aware of as much of this body as you can be aware of. Yes, there are things that feel comfortable. There are things that feel uncomfortable. Yes, there are things that are settled. There are also things that are unsettled. Acknowledge both, but don't focus on one and exclude the other. Be aware of your body. Be aware of the breath in your body. And be aware of the movement of the breath. Now, the next time you breathe out, why not let your head begin to tilt forward? Your face turning slowly down towards the ground, your chin tucking in towards your throat notch. Blink your eyes open, please. And then when you breathe in, bring your head very carefully back upright. Keep this awareness. Keep this awareness that you have of your breath and of your body and of how the two connect and create movement. And let's see where your breath takes you in our time today. Your legs. Can I ask you please to just take your legs and stretch them out in front of you? Now, in one way or another, we've all been sitting with our legs kind of folded up. So when you get your legs out in front, the first thing I would like you to do is take your hands round to the backs of your knees and give them a really good rub. Anytime you sit with your legs crossed or folded or sit on your legs, you are, of course, closing off the blood supply at the back of your knee here because it's so closed up. And if you just give it a rub, it'll open up the blood vessels again, get the blood going back down into your feet. All right, now, remember when you're sitting like this, if you want to put your hands on the ground, that's absolutely fine. But the thing to watch is the back of your waist. Try not, irrespective if your hands are down or not, try not to give in to that saggy thing that happens. Try to feel that you're still sitting fairly upright. Now, I'd like to get your legs working a bit and wake them up. So, take your feet out just slightly wider apart than your hips, please. And then I'd like you to start right at the very bottom. I'd like you to start with your toes, but just your toes. So try to just, without moving your ankle joints, try to begin to get your toes working a bit. Go on. Get them moving a bit. Good. Excellent. Good. Everyone's toes are moving. That's a start. That is a really good start. Not everyone's do. Believe me, not everyone's do. This is good. Then begin to get them working a bit. Now, as your toes are moving, of course, try to be very conscious of the fact that although you can feel your toes moving, you can also feel movement in the soles of your feet because the muscles that work your toes are in the soles of your feet. So they're working. So you're beginning to make your feet a little bit mobile. Pause for a moment, let them relax. Now these two movements, be very careful with them. They're very small, but they're quite important movements too. What I'd like you to do is this, without moving your ankle joints, make fists with your toes. Now don't just do that, okay? Slowly crunch your toes up. Excellent. And then just as carefully, let them relax. And then see if you can do the opposite. See if you can do that with your toes. Stretch them out. Really work the muscles in your... That's very good, actually. That's not bad. Let them relax. Good. Now, let's move away from your toes. Let's come back to your ankle joints. How about you just keeping your toes relaxed now? you begin to rotate the ankle joints. Watch when you're beginning to come forward in this rotation, because there comes a point round about there somewhere where your brain tells you to kind of go like that with your toes. And you're really setting yourself up to cramp your feet if you do that. So try not to. Keep the toes very, very relaxed and just rotate the ankle joints. Pause a moment. Rotate the other way around. Excellent, excellent. Well done. All right. Pause a moment now. Again, keeping your toes very relaxed. Tilt your ankle joints away from you. Really open up the bridge of the ankle here. Really open it out. Take some pressure off it. And then come the other way. Bring them back. And imagine you want to sit your heels on the wall in front of you. So you extend right out of the hips, right down through your legs and all the way out. And you can feel the thigh muscles locking up as you come into this, really moving these big thigh muscles. Although it's your feet that are working, you're way up here. Now let them relax. Good, excellent. Give them a wee bump up and down. All right. All right. Settle for a moment then. Think right leg. Pause and breathe out, please. And then when you breathe in next time, see if your body would let you take your right leg and just lift it a little way off the ground. And then leave it there and breathe out. And then take a breath in. And then breathe out and lay it back down again. What? Give it a rub. Go on, give it a rub. All right. Let it rest. Left leg, left leg. Breath out. When you breathe in again, let your left leg just lift up a little bit. And then leave it there. And breathe out. And then you take a breath in. And you breathe out and you lay it down again. Well done. Slide them out and give them both a roll about. Excellent. Excellent. All right. Let's stand up, shall we? Come on up, please. Now, first thing to do is do that. Check that you've got space, that you're not going to collide with the wall or the person next to you or something. Check you have space behind you also. Don't just kind of make sure you've got space to turn round without scalping something, yeah? Excellent, good stuff. Let your arms relax, please. I want you to do something for me. Oh, in fact, let's try this. This is always an interesting exercise. Stand at the back of your mat. No, stop. Stay where you are, because if you stand at the back, everybody's going to be in the same line. Don't want that. Stay where you are. What I'd like you to do is, without looking down, take one step forward. Now stop. Do not look down. I want you to try to do something. I would like you to put your feet in a position where your heels are directly beneath your hips. And I want you to do it without looking at them. I want you to feel it rather than seeing. You know, we're very lazy about this. You say to a group of people, I want you to put your feet on the ground so your heels are under your hips. And what's the first thing you'll see most of the people in the room doing? Why do you let your eyes tell you where your feet should be? Your feet should tell you where your feet should be. Now you're all standing there quite still now, so you're confident. Yes, feet are hip distance apart, aren't they? There's one other thing though. We have a habit. And this habit is that we don't stand with our feet like that. We stand with our feet like that. Toes out, heels in. Yeah? Are you standing like that? Just don't look. Are you standing like that just now? Are your toes out and your heels in, or are your feet parallel? This is where you start to see doubt stamped on people's foreheads. So, we are now all standing hip distance apart and parallel, aren't we? Some of you have cause to doubt. That's all I'll say. Have a look. Have a look. That's actually, in general, actually, that's not too bad. Distance-wise, you've actually got this pretty much nailed distance-wise. Sometimes you say to people, put your feet hip distance apart, and you'll see them stand like this. And you think, how far apart do you think your hips are? You know, or you'll get this. You know, and again, how far apart do you think? No, distance-wise, you're actually all pretty good. The thing that is difficult is that one. It's a toes out, heels in thing. There is a reason why we stand like this, and it's not a good one. And if you want to find out what it is, I'll tell you later on, come and talk to me. But believe me, it's not a good reason. Try to stand with your feet as close to parallel as you can. It feels really strange. You feel as if from about your knees down, your legs are twisting. There's something funny around your knees and stuff. Try to stand in that position. Now, watch what you're doing with your knees. Don't do the and pull your kneecaps halfway up your thighs. You don't need to. Let your kneecaps relax. Let the thigh muscles relax. Good. Now come up into your middle body. Middle body, abdomen, waist, pelvis, hip joints. What I'd like you to do is this. Take one hand, sit it on your upper abdomen. Put the back of your other hand down at the base of your spine, yeah? And all I'm going to ask you to do is breathe out and very gently push them both in the way. So as you breathe out, feel your pelvis tilt in towards your legs. And as you do, you'll feel your abdomen moves back the way. And it settles. And then when you let your arms relax, you find that your arms are hanging by the sides of your body. They're not hanging there. That looks so good. That looks so... You're all kind of up there. That's lovely. All right. Stay where you are and breathe out, please. When you breathe in next time, let your arms just float out to the sides and come up level with your shoulders. As you breathe out, let them come back down again. Go again, breathing in, let them lift. And as you breathe out, let them down. Well done. All right. When you breathe in this time and your arms rise, take them right up above your head. Begin by breathing out, and then as you breathe in, they rise. And as you breathe out, they come all the way back down again. Nicely done, nicely done. Try this again. Off you go. Taking a breath in, let your arms rise through your in-breath. Feel that lovely length in your body there. And as you breathe out, try not to lose that sense of length. Don't sink back down into your body. Keep that tall, long body. All right, pause for a moment. Take a breath in there. Breathe out. Again, keep the shoulders very, very relaxed. Begin to breathe in. Let your arms rise out sideways. As they come up past shoulder level, why not just reach back over behind you very, very gently. And then breathe out, you come upright and your arms come all the way down. Nicely done. Try it one more time. Follow your own breath pattern. Breathing in, they rise. And as they come past shoulder level, you reach back. That's lovely. As you breathe out, coming upright, and your arms sinking down by your sides. Pause there. Take a breath in, please. And breathe out. Take a breath in. Let your arms rise one more time. This time, don't back bend. Stay upright. Let your arms come right up above your head. As you breathe out, your arms come back out to the sides and you fold forward from your hips. And you come over and you come down. Down, down, down. Relax down there. Start at the top of the body. Let your neck muscles relax. So you feel your head dropping and you're looking back through your knees. Come to your shoulders. Let your shoulders be very, very loose and your arms long and comfortable. And then coming down to the base of the spine, if you really feel that you need to extend the base of the spine a little more deeply, can I suggest you bend your knees a little, please? Bending your knees will tuck the pelvis in a little and it'll pull the sacrum and the coccyx, lengthening out the base of the spine a little more. Very nicely done. Now, to come back upright, you are going to come up on an in-breath, keep your arms very relaxed, and the last thing upright is your head. Come up breathing in. Let your hands just slide up your legs. Nicely done, nicely done. Step off for a moment, have a wee shake out. Now, some of you in the room know this, but not all of you by any means. When I go into a room to lead practice with a group, I never have any idea about what we're going to be doing. I never go into the room with an idea of we're going to do this, we'll try that, and so on. I always just kind of let things happen and develop. And it's always interesting to see what comes out of it. And there's something going through my head just now that I'd like to try with you. Some of you in the room will have heard this expression before, but probably not all of you. How many of you have come across the word mudras? Some of you know what mudras are, but not all of you. Okay. Mudras. Mudras, a lot of mudras, not all of them, there are one or two exceptions, but a lot of mudras have to do with your hands. Doing something with your hands. One of the most universally recognized mudras of them all is that one. Now, in yoga, when you see people place their hands in this position, many times you will also hear them say, Namaste. Traditional greeting between Hindus. But this hand position, its proper name is not Namaste. This is a mudra. And its proper name is, in fact, Namaskara mudra, salutation mudra. Try it. Place your hands very gently together and just draw them into the space in front of your heart. Don't touch your body with them, just in front of the heart. The elbows are wide, but your hands are just sitting there quite comfortably. You're not pushing or anything like that. Quite relaxed, the shoulders are quite relaxed. You could stand in this position for quite some time, yeah? Very peaceful thing to do. Okay, let your arms relax, please. Let them come down. I'd like to try something with you. I'd like to try a position called reverse namaste. So what we're going to do? We're going to do that? Oh no, we're going to do something far, far more interesting than that. Follow me through this. See how far your body will allow you to adjust. Do not push it. Listen to your body. Okay, here we go. Take your arms round behind you. And what I'd like you to do is place the tips of your thumbs and the tips of your fingers together. Make a little diamond shape and sit it just in the curve of your back there, the inward curve, the top of the pelvis. Good. We've all got to that point. Now, if that's as far as it goes, that's as far as it goes, okay? Let's see if it will let you adjust this a little bit. See if your body would let you turn your hands in the way so your fingertips are pointing towards your spine. Pause for a moment there. And if it's gone to there and you feel it might let you, you could see if they might turn all the way around so your fingers are pointing up the way. Now, if you've tried that and your body said, no, I'm not doing that, go back to there. And what you can do is you could do that, or you might even want to do that. But preferably maybe that one. Keeps the elbows nice and wide. But if your hands have turned all the way around, how about seeing if they might lift a little bit? And I do mean a little bit. Don't try to touch the back of your neck or something. They come up a little bit. And then the elbows open. And you place your hands very gently together. Reverse Namaste. I bet you if I had to walk round behind you just now and look at your hands, they'd all be in different positions. The most important thing is that your hands are in a position that your body is happy to be in. Did he say happy? All right. Be aware of this position. Reverse Namaste. Let your arms relax. Let your hands open and let your arms just relax down. Oh, give them a rub. Go on, give your arms a rub. Strange thing this, because if you look at this from the side, Namaste, angle of the upper arm coming away from the shoulder there, and then reverse Namaste is quite a similar angle. It's just going back the way, but that's not something we do an awful lot. That one, yes. That one, no. So when you begin to do this, you begin to get into the front of the shoulder socket, the front of the deltoid muscle, all this kind of front attachments and so on. So you're beginning to get into all of these things and you're moving them in ways that your body just doesn't normally move. Now, it would be quite wrong to get your hands into such an interesting position and not try to do something with it, wouldn't it? I'll take that as a yes. Stand at the back of your mat, please. Now, have a look down this time. Place your heels under your hips, toes pointing forward. Excellent. Now, I want you to think about your left leg. What I'd like you to do is this: come up onto your heel, take your leg, do not turn from the ankle, turn from the hip, and just a little bit. Turn your leg a wee bit out to the side, and then sit your foot down, and then release your heel, and place your heel down. All right, that's looking all right, that's good. Your right foot, look down your mat. Now don't look at the bottom end of it, okay? Just look at a spot down your mat, and what I'd like you to do is take a fairly decent step forward. Just a step. Now, take a moment or two to kind of sort that one out till you feel that you've got a really good grip of your mat and your feet are settled. Excellent. Now, because you've turned your left foot out to the side slightly, the pelvis is sitting slightly to your left. Why not take your pelvis and just turn it very gently back round again? So it's facing forward. All right, breathe out. Now take a good breath in. When you breathe out this time, let your right knee bend forward. Leave your left foot on the ground, especially the heel. And just let the right knee bend a little. Stop there. Now have a wee look down. Have a look down at your right leg. There's your right thigh, right there. Let your arms relax. Breathe out. Now remember the position your hands were in a few moments ago. Take them round behind you and very carefully bring them into the same position. Keep the elbows wide. Breathe out, please. Now take a big breath in. Feel your spine extend. As you breathe out, you begin to come forward on your hips. Bury your left heel in the ground. Take the length from the left heel right out through the top of your head. And you roll over and you come down. Don't let your elbows collapse towards the ground. Keep the elbows wide. Breathe for a few moments there. See how close to the right thigh your body might let you get. Relax into this. This is really nicely done, folks. I hope you're all breathing down there. Now, we're going to come up on an in-breath. If you feel it necessary, you may let your arms relax, and as you breathe in, walk your hands up your leg. If your body will let you, come back up on an in-breath with your hands where they are. Oh, nicely done. Let them relax. Step forward. Happy with that? You should be. You should be. That was beautifully worked. Step away from it for a moment. Have a wee shake out. Rub your body, your shoulders, bend your legs. Where would you like me to start? There are many, many, many benefits to this movement. First of all, you've got this split stance where you're working the fronts and the backs of the hip joints and all the leg muscles. And they both work in different ways. Because this leg is out in front and it's bending, but you're really taking the length from this back leg to bring it out through the body as you come down. And then when you switch round, of course, it's working the opposite way. As you come forward, you're squeezing your abdomen, so you're into it, and it's important in that movement, as with any asymmetrical movement, that you squeeze the right side of the abdomen before the left, so you're keeping your digestive system working the right way round. So you've got that squeeze as you come over. And yes, you could. I mean, this movement is if you look in yoga books, you'll see the movement taught as you keep the front leg straight and you come up and you come over and you come down onto the leg. Bending the knee and coming over onto the thigh, it makes the posture a little bit more accessible. It makes it a bit more workable because you're giving your body something to rest on. But what you can also do is, if you really get good contact with that thigh and you can feel the right side of the rib cage and the right side of the abdomen on the thigh, what you can do, and you have to be really careful with it, you can begin to let that front knee begin to straighten out again. But don't just go, huh, like that. Out breath, just a little back the way, and see if your body will follow the thigh. So it allows you to get into this movement in a slightly different way, but through supporting the front of the body, it lets the back body open up. It's something that we've talked about very often in practice. So there are many, many benefits. And this thing, this here, again, deep opening up at the top of the chest and so on. So much of the time we're that way. You know, the shoulders hanging and this is all kind of shut in. And so we open it out. But there is a danger in this. It's all very well when you do this kind of thing, and you do this, and this all feels open. You think, that's brilliant. I'm opening up my chest, and it feels great. Just remember one thing. and this is something I've said often, if you can feel a part of your body opening up deeply, if you can really feel something opening, there is another part of your body that is closing just as deeply, and we have to be aware of that. And we will be, in a moment or two, we'll correct that. But we have the other side of this to look at. What's that going to be like? Who knows? Who knows? Let's find out. Settle your feet, please. Now begin with the right foot, coming up onto your heel, and just a very small turn to the side and down. The more minimal that movement is, the less adjustment you have to make to your pelvis when you step forward. If you can keep your foot that way, so much the better, but most people will find it easier if that leg is just turned out slightly. Your left foot, in your own time, and when you're ready, just lift and step down your mat. And again, take a moment or two to really sort that out. Something that was really dinned into my head by one of the first instructors I ever worked with, and it was, make a solid foundation. Tom's way of working with it was, he would say to you, if you were going to build a house, you wouldn't walk into the middle of a field with half a dozen bricks, throw them in the ground and say, just build it there. You build a foundation. And if you build a solid foundation, what grows out of it will be rewarding. Feet settled. Pelvis, a wee bit round to the left this time, just to square it back up again. You let your arms relax. You breathe out. And you're thinking left leg, you take a breath in. And as you breathe out, the left knee bends. You stay upright. Settle your base. Feel that you're connected into the ground. And then your arms. Now they are going to go into the same position as last time. Don't leave this out of balance. Bring them round. Place them carefully into your position. Breathe out. And then a long breath in. Feel the spine lifting. And as you breathe out, you tilt over and roll down into the thigh. And you get comfortable in there. You settle in against the thigh and you breathe for a moment or two. And only if you feel your body will happily let you do so. Maybe on your next out breath, it might let you straighten the left knee a little. Don't lose contact. Do not lose the contact with your leg. That is most important. Keep the breath with you. And if that knee did straighten a little, before you think about coming upright, bend the knee back to its original position, please. And again, either with the arms relaxed, coming up the leg, or leaving them where they are. Take a breath in, extend out through the crown of the head and bring up a tall spine. Let your arms relax. Step forward. Are you tingling? You've got tingly things. Yes, step away from it. Walk away. Have a wee shake out, please. Wonderfully worked. Wonderfully worked. You don't feel like giving yourself a wee pat in the head or one of them, or no? Fair enough. Okay. Come on down onto your mat, please. Down you come. Stretch your legs away out in front of you and just slide them out to the sides, sit your hands on them and give them a right good roll about for a moment or two. Good stuff. Excellent. All right. Bring them back together, please. Now, I'm going to work this movement through with you, and I'm going to work the same side as you on this one. Okay, so don't pay too much attention to what I'm doing, but listen to what I'm saying. I want you to start with your right leg, please. So take your right hand and slide it under your right leg. And what I'd like you to do is the next time you breathe out, I'd like you to leave the leg muscles relaxed and use your arm muscles, and I'd like you just to bend that knee, bring your foot in and sit it down. Now, as soon as you do this, of course, it changes the angle of the thigh bone and the hip socket, and it makes you feel a wee bit lopsided. So you just have a wee swivel around and resettle it, yeah? Now, that might be as far as this leg is going to move, but we'll see if it will move a little bit further. See if you can take your foot and lift it and sit it over on the other side of your left leg. Now, if it's gone over there and it's happy there, that's fine. If it felt better over there, lift it back over. And nobody does. Okay, fine, let's leave it there then. Or maybe not. How about this? Your left hand. Sit your left hand on the floor by your left side, just out a wee bit. Now, I'm going to ask you to lean over to your left. I don't want you to do that. I want you to do that. Yeah, so lean over to your left. Now, if you lean over to your left side, you'll find that your left leg rolls over to the side with you. How about bending your left knee and seeing if you can take your left foot round into this area where your right hip was a few moments ago. Now, if it goes all the way around, that's fine. If it goes to about there and stops, straighten it back out again. But if it comes all the way in, then very, very carefully see if your body would let you come back up and settle. Ooh. And it appears that the answer is yes, it will. That's good. All right. Now, one thing you will have noticed is you've got a bit of a squeezy thing going on, right side of your abdomen. Again, we're into the digestive system here. This is what we call in yoga a closed sitting twist. Now, your body is already closing up. You've just closed up the front of your body. It's about to close up even more. You've got your right leg in front of you. Take your left hand and either sit your left hand there, or if you've got really long arms and you can do it without going all rounded, you could put your elbow there. Oh, now that is good. All right, now watch this left hand. If you get your elbow round there, don't grab a handful of thigh muscle, please, okay? Keep this hand relaxed. Your right hand, sit it down on the floor, look straight ahead and breathe out. Now, when you breathe in again, let your right arm lift off the ground. Let it come up to shoulder level. Breathe out, keep the shoulder relaxed, look at your hand and take a breath in. As you breathe out, you begin to turn around to your right. Now come round about 90 degrees to your right and stop. And you're still sitting very, very upright. This next part of the movement, try not to lean back, stay very upright, take a breath in. As you breathe out, follow your right arm round even further. Follow it round till you can turn no further. When you stop turning, just let your arm begin to relax down. Don't lean back, but let your arm relax down, and sooner or later your fingertips will touch the ground behind you and you're left looking back over your right shoulder, and you breathe for a moment there. Very deep squeeze in the right side of the abdomen, but you can feel deep movement coming up through the shoulder blades and the chest, the shoulders, through the hips and pelvis, down around the base of the spine. Left hands are looking great, by the way. Well done. All right. Be aware of your body breathing out next time. And then when you breathe in, let your arm lift again. Let it come up to shoulder level. And as you breathe out, you watch your right arm come all the way around. And it comes down. You release your right leg. And you take your foot and you just slide it round to your right side. Take your left leg, slide it out from underneath. Do not straighten your legs straight away. First thing to do is give your ankles a rub. Well done. And then carefully, and I do mean carefully, straighten your legs out. Give your knees a rub. Well done. And then slide them out and give them both a wee roll in and out. Well done, well done. Good stuff. Bring them back in. Let's try it left side. So left hand coming under left leg. The left knee bends, you draw your foot in, you sit it down. You readjust the pelvis and the sitting bones. And then you take your foot and you lift it over, you sit it on the other side. And again, you just have a wee ease around there. And then you take your right hand and you sit it out by your right side, and you lean over to your right and you bend your right knee and you bring your right foot round to the left hip area. And again, if it's only coming partly round, let it go back out in front. Don't try to sit up with your leg in that position. You'll do things to it you really wish you hadn't. But if it comes in all the way, fair enough, and then you can come back up and settle there. Excellent, excellent. Right hand round the left knee or right elbow. Left hand down, looking ahead, and you breathe out. And then a breath in, arm lifts, shoulder level. You breathe out there, the shoulder settles, your arm is nice and long. Take a breath in, looking at your hand. As you breathe out, turning to your left, 90 degrees, and you stop. And you take a breath in there, and as you breathe out, you continue to turn. Round you go. And when you stop turning, the arm relaxes down and your hand touches the ground and you settle looking back over your left shoulder and you breathe. Excellent, excellent. Keep the breath deep and smooth. Well done, well done. Next time you breathe in, your arm lifts. And as you breathe out, you'll watch it come all the way back down. You let it come down. You release. Lift your foot over. Slide the leg out. Start at the ankles, give them a rub. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. Slide them away. Give them a rub. And then give them a good roll in and out. Now this movement partly corrects something that happened in the previous movement, this big standing movement with this thing going on. Because when you're into this turn, you can feel the shoulder blades opening out a little bit. And that's really the reason why this is the thing that we need to think about. It's all very well being in this position where you feel all this is open and wonderful, but then where are your shoulder blades? Your shoulder blades are almost touching your spine at this point. And so it's all very well to think, oh, well, that's a lot of benefit and I've really benefited here. Don't leave that there. Don't leave it there. So in a way, doing this and you pull and you can feel the shoulder blade move a bit and then that one moves a wee bit. I'm going to suggest one final thing, and that is just stick your arms out there. Now do this without thinking about it, okay? Just give them a rub. Go on. Give your shoulders a really good rub. Excellent. Excellent. Now, I'm about to share something with you. Look at your arms. And you'll find at the moment either your left arm is on top like mine is, or your right arm is on top. Do you know that this is a habit? It is. It's a habit. Every time you do this, you do it the same. And I can almost guarantee you, when I ask you to swap them round, it's going to feel really weird, okay? And if you don't believe me, check. See what arm you've got on top, open them up, and then fold with the other arm on top. Do you not feel as if you're getting a hug from someone else? Many habits that we have that we don't know about. It's an odd one. Actually, somebody else is giving you a hug, but nobody is. And you're safe. Let them relax. Well done, well done, well done. There's some lovely, lovely movement in here this morning, folks. Great focus, very great awareness and movement, and that is entirely down to you. That's really entirely down to you. Now that the movement is in, we need to let it settle. And we need to give your body a few moments just to settle in peace and to relax and to begin to let this work soak into your body. Now, ideally, what I would suggest is that you just lie flat on the ground. And if that is a position you're happy being in, that's the one you should head for. If not, find a position that your body is comfortable being in, please. And we'll settle for a few moments. If you're lying down on your mat, you may wish to think about having a little rock on your mat for a moment or two, just drawing your knees in and just having a wee rock around for a moment to open out the spine and the back of the waist and so on. But make any adjusting movements that you feel your body wishes you to make. But then, when you find a position that your body is happy to be in, settle there, please. And allow your eyes to close. Now, there's something I'd like to say as we begin to let our bodies settle. When it comes to this point in practice, I often think that people wait for things to go quiet. They wait for silence. Silence is something that comes to your body from the outside. And it's something that can be disturbed at any moment. It's something you have absolutely no control over. So what I'm going to suggest to you is this. Don't focus on the S that's on the outside. Focus on the S that's on the inside. What do I mean? Don't wait for silence. Look for stillness. Stillness doesn't come from the outside. Stillness comes from within. And as you begin to settle into your mat, you can feel all these big parts of your body begin to settle. You can feel the weight of your head on the floor, your shoulders, your arms, your spine, your abdomen, your pelvis, your legs. And it's lovely to feel all these big parts of the body settling. But what about the little parts? Are they settling too? Over the next few moments, what I'd like to do is guide your awareness into a number of different areas around your body. What I would ask of you is to think about each part of the body that I mention. Try to think about it without moving it, touching it, or even looking at it. Just notice and be aware. The first part of your body I'd like you to focus on is the center of your forehead. Center of the forehead. Make sure that your forehead feels relaxed and peaceful and calm. And from there, let your awareness move to your throat. Right shoulder, right elbow, right wrist, right thumb. First finger, second finger, third finger, little finger, right wrist, right elbow, right shoulder, throat. left shoulder, left elbow, left wrist, left thumb, first finger, second finger, third finger, little finger, left wrist, left elbow, left shoulder, throat, the center of the chest, navel, right hip, right knee, right ankle, big toe, second toe, middle toe, fourth toe, little toe, right ankle, right knee, right hip, navel, left hip, left knee, left ankle, big toe, second toe, middle toe, fourth toe, little toe, left ankle, left knee, left hip, navel, center of the chest, throat, center of the forehead. Leaving your body settled in stillness now. Take a few moments to pause and rest. Leaving your eyes closed now. Please take a few moments to draw your thoughts together and to be aware of your mat beneath you and your body settled peacefully into your mat. Notice also that as your body has settled, your breath has also settled. And at this time, you may well be breathing a very, very gentle, peaceful, light breath. I'd like you to wake your breath up, please, but I don't want you to do it all at once. I'd like you to begin to allow your body to breathe a little deeper each time you breathe. Do this by gently lengthening your out breath and creating more space for your in-breath. And as you feel your breath begin to deepen and lengthen once again, you feel a deeper movement in your body. Begin to create some other movement by, first of all, letting your toes move. Let your toes wriggle gently now, and be aware of that soft movement in the soles of your feet again. And then why not let your ankle joints move also? Nothing sudden and nothing excessive, just enough to get them moving and to stimulate energy through the length of your legs, from your hips to your toes. Let's think about doing something similar with your arms. Begin by touching your fingertips very, very lightly with your thumbs. So stimulating your hands, beginning to get them working. And then when it feels a good time for you to do so, also allow your wrists to move. So you feel energy in your legs, energy in your arms. And then to wake up the trunk of your body, let your head roll very gently from side to side. Moving the neck muscles, the spinal muscles, and all of this going on, and your breath is getting deeper and deeper and deeper until you reach that moment where you really need a big breath in. When you're ready to do so, stretch out, open up, lengthen out through the whole length of your body. Take a long breath in and let it go with a sigh. Bring your arms gently down by your sides, please. Bend your knees, walk your feet in towards you. Now you may leave your feet on the ground if you wish, or pick them up and hold your knees, but take a few moments to have a rock on your mat. Move around, make sure that you are moving comfortably and freely. And remember, if you feel that you need that extra extension in your spine with this, bring your knees in over your tummy, and then as you breathe out, tuck your chin into your throat notch and bring your nose up towards your knees. You'll feel the whole spine lengthening out in a beautiful way. And then you can release, place your head down, release your knees, place your feet gently on the ground. And then from there, I'd like you to roll very carefully over onto your right side. Pause for a moment or two when you get there. And provided everything feels good and you feel ready to do so, come on up to sit, please. Come on up. Some absolutely wonderful, wonderful work in here this morning, folks. And that, as I said earlier, is very much down to you. Very well done. Do you have any questions? No questions. Okay. I would have thought the one question would have been, what on earth is that thing? Well, let me just explain what that's there for. My good friend and I here have a little YouTube channel, and we post yoga stuff up on the YouTube channel. And this session has been recorded and it will be going up on the channel. So if you want details of it, come and ask us and we'll give you the details of how to find us on YouTube. That aside, this has been a lovely practice, and it has been a very, very great pleasure to share it with you this morning. Remember that this work is in your body. Don't ignore it, because it's changing things, and it will continue to change things. So when you become aware of those things, notice the things that are happening, those good feelings that you're getting. Remember that those are the benefits of your work alone. And you owe yourself thanks for that. Will you? Will you? Will you? I know you're all sitting there kind of going, oh, yeah. But will you really? I hope you will. I hope you will. But I just want to say a very big thank you to you all for coming along and sharing in practice today. Very well done. Om Tat Sat.